Hi, my name is Lenore von Stein, and this is yet another episode of The Facts. We've been doing a lot of episodes, that's why I say yet another episode. And this is a rehearsal for another episode, and it's about bullying. And I call this episode and its rehearsal Redefining Rape, which is something that's going on in America today as we speak. And I'm here today with Rachel Evans, Andrew Bolotowski, and Bern Nix. So I just want to read what, according to the New York Times, this bill, which is put in, this redefining rape bill, put in by somebody named Smith, would narrow the use of the cases of forcible rape. Would narrow it. It wouldn't be statutory rape or coerced rape. Would no longer be considered rape. This would count when women were given drugged or given excessive amounts of alcohol, rapes of women with limited mental capacity, and many date rapes would no longer count as rape. I teach classes in government, American government, and one of my students said something I thought quite profound about democracy. He said, democracy is something when don't you have to have everybody on board, everybody involved in the decision making, and that's what works, and that's why you want to have a democracy, So listen, ladies and gentlemen, before I go off on wherever I go, what would you like to rehearse? You want to go over tempos? Why don't we try breakup? Because I want to rehearse that. You're sitting out in that one? Okay.
I don't play on breakup.
You don't play on breakup. So let's just try that one, and then you tell us what. What's next? Okay.
What's broken about it?
What's broken about it?
Yes. Okay.
So what was the cue? The flute is playing.
Cue.
Okay. Try that.
5. Do you want to start with the cue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a woman, and that means something other than it is. I don't care for you. You said, who are you to me? Wait, there's a tree. Or is it me? There's a tub, what a break. There's a snake I want to see. You did friendly. I'm curious, happy, rejected. Lottery. I left you because I was doing. Well, you guys did a good job of hanging with me.
Actually, I just hung on.
Just hang on.
You'll
Just hang on. What would you,
hung
Brian, what would you
myself.
like to go over?
No,
Oh,
you
it's-
can't. You're a person. You
Um,
hanged yourself.
what's the mumbling as well?
Oh, as well, yes.
Remember that.
Mumbling as well.
Clothing can be hung, but you had to be hanged.
So I had done a piece called Mumbling, because I mumble, and then I had heard it was Clark Terry who did Mumbling, and so then this is a follow up to my mumbling, which was a follow up to Clark Terry's Mumbling, and this is yet another mumbling as well, where there's a lot of, so what I was trying to get is a kind of these stops and starts that are in my speech. Didn't know that, huh? Okay. Whose cue is it?
It's mine.
Well, do it.
Oh,
7 bars.
Okay, I'll do the 7th bar, because it's singular. Okay.
does that mean that this is gonna be bar 7 that you always play as the introduction? Is that what? this means?
Maybe, I hope so.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take the recorder part.
Okay.
Well, I like that. I heard my mumbling, my stumbling, mumbling self. My yeah. The motivation to produce this series, The Facts, as well as some of the substance, is because a lot of this facts is about what it's like to be me, be alive, and walking around as me, and this marginalized position that I'm in financially, professionally, politically, and this, but. Here you go now. This series is an attempt to escape this marginalization. So it's not simply art for art's sake. I was raised in a place where many people moved. I was raised in a housing project, and many people moved to this place because they were escaping the tenements in other parts of the city, and this was given from time to time as an explanation of why some of them were particularly dangerous, wildly mean, because because the explanation was because they didn't have good roots, and and so I don't know, but I've never had an ethnic identity, and I cannot imagine well, I guess I could imagine, but I don't let myself. I cannot imagine the claustrophobia of an ethnic identity. That's what it would feel. I was thinking that as I climbed out of my childhood in this place with some of these wildly mean people, I became more and more removed from who I am. But mostly after I left the place with the wildly mean people, there's a different kind of meanness, and I think because I was too busy with my both my desires and my defenses. I lost myself in the course of dealing with what I found myself dealing with, and the contradictions between my feelings about it and other people's feelings about me, and that's what conservatives don't want you to deal with, the contradictions. I'm in a little house next to the door, and a deep bed of a booby bottle. I'm in the tub in a booby da, which is a body animal. So what do you want to rehearse? You want to rehearse the store?
Swimming in the ocean?
Swimming in the ocean works for me.
Actually,
Wait. Oops.
Actually, what do you want to
Wait.
rehearse?
the store.
The store, wait.
No.
Store.
I mean,
Okay, actually the store. So if you could turn to the store.
Let me see, hold on, I'm doing that.
Da-da-da-da, entertain while we, setting up here.
Store.
The store, okay.
Let's say New York style, store.
Store.
The store.
So should we go into it from improv and go straight into the store? We haven't done any.
what's
We
the
haven't.
cue on the store now?
I have burn in bar 13.
Okay, bar 13.
Okay.
Okay.
13 doesn't have a burn.
He doesn't,
Okay.
but he's playing it.
He's playing from another. He doesn't have the same music here. I mean, they have the same music, but not this. There's no guitar over in this. What happened? Okay, all right.
It happened.
It happened. It happened. It
It
happened.
Yeah, geez.
All right. Little current events as we make this tonight. Some of the things that are going on in the world. Japan is perhaps on the verge of a nuclear catastrophe. The fuel rods are melting or something. The encasements of the fuel rods because of an earthquake and this incredible tidal wave, tsunami, and unions in Michigan and Wisconsin can no longer negotiate, the cops and the teachers, for the next pay raise, and lots of tax breaks for the wealthy, and but on the bright side, things are getting clearer, and they want to redefine rape. The war on women just goes on and on and on and on. Sort of the surrogate for every man. I hate you, I love you, and I'm glad I am not you. It's not personal. What else you want to look at? Want to look at this when somebody else gets through with it? You're just going to play behind me, and then they're going to come in. I'm just going to sing this because I haven't finished writing the music for it. There's no music for it. You're just improvising behind me.
It's in her head so far.
It's in my head so far,
Just
and
hit the
it's
printer.
it was inspired by Bill Clinton. Oh, I just can't wait to be king, but I might have a hard time. So the police can slip threats in. I walk on the wild side. I laugh at danger. And whatever I think might not be true when somebody else gets through with it. When somebody else gets through with it. Ah, those lazy days down by the river. Aristide is flying back to Haiti tonight, I hope. That's one of the current events. I was just watching two films by Luis Buñuel, somebody I like very much, and one of them was Robinson Crusoe, which I saw a zillion years ago. I didn't know he made it. It's one of his early Hollywood flicks, and Robinson gets, he's got Friday. He's you're Friday. I'm the master, and well, there's that. And then this obscure object of desire. And one of the things that Luis Buñuel does. This is a later flick. Is this man is obsessed with this young woman, a man about 60, obsessed with a woman about 19, 18. And one of the things that Buñuel does is that he has two different actresses playing her part. So they sort of look alike, but not that much alike. It doesn't really matter. So let me just say, is this, in this, I'm talking about this war on women. It's not that I don't know that men have a hard time too. I mean, I ain't running any race here, but things are happening. Things continue to happen. Things are, and conservatives, people who want to maintain the pecking order, they usually escalate the war on women. I mean, that's the who's on bottom, or who should at least stay there. Or who can we go back there? So, in closing, well, that was a closing. We've got 20 seconds. We've got in these little itty bitty fritzy seconds. We've got less than 20 seconds. We've got 10 seconds. 9, 7, 6, 4. We're out.